Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Dominate the Great Voyage. Starting from Summoning 10 Espada. Chapter 1 I Am the King. In the second half of the Grand Line, on a huge island, there is a kingdom, the Kingdom of Christie. Davy, who was sitting on the throne, looked bewildered. I was originally after get off work, and when I returned to the gate of the community, I saw a cute kitten with short British eyes and different pupils, and found that it was raised by the young lady next door. So I went forward to tease him with the attributes of a cat slave, but I didn't expect that the other party would jump into his arms happily when he saw him. Immediately afterwards, Davy stumbled back a few steps and gave it away to a runaway Tesla. There was a tragedy on the table. Just, quite suddenly. Davy, who came to his senses, was stunned. No, maybe it should be called Christie Davy now. After crossing into this world, he has a surname that is the same as his previous name. It is a bit outrageous that Davy's identity at this time is the lord of a country. A newly enthroned king. And why he was able to ascend the throne as king is because almost all the members of the royal family were assassinated to death by the world government's CP organization. The reason is because the poverty of Christie Kingdom, because of the successive tributes requested by celestial dragons, the treasury is depleted, there is no large amount of gold and silver treasures, and treasures are paid tribute. Celestial dragons determined that the other party did not want to pay tribute and violated itself, and in a rage, ordered a CP organization to be dispatched to assassinate the high-ranking ministers of the royal family. Seeing this situation, the two countries on the neighboring islands of Christie Kingdom launched an invasion by taking advantage of the fire. The old king was killed and assassinated by the other party, and all the members of the royal family were left with only one prince. That is himself as the only prince. Members of the royal family were tragically killed by the CP organization and assassins from two enemy countries. The country cannot be without an owner. As the only prince of Christie Kingdom, Davy was naturally pushed to the throne by the ministers and has stabilized the country. But at this time, they were also in a hurry. Celestial dragons, the world nobles, believed that their country had violated each other, and sent the CP organization to assassinate the royal family members of their country. There are also various invasions and assassinations from two neighboring countries. All the ministers are also ashen, with a haze color, they don't know what to do. Nowadays, there are many ministers and bureaucrats who simply abandoned everything, left this country, and went to other countries. For fear of being targeted by the CP organization in the next moment, he will be assassinated. Now, there is only one minister of state, a minister of foreign trade, a minister of treasury and resource management left in Christie Kingdom, and finally there is an admiral army, and the rest are 2 or 3 big cats and kittens. Either get assassinated or abandon all the guys who escaped here. The rest are absolute loyal ministers who are loyal to Christie Kingdom. Or you can't do without the people here, but as long as you are still working, you can be considered a useful person, right? However, with these people alone, it is too difficult to fight against the CP organization and the two enemy countries. Thinking of this, Davy couldn't help but have a headache and helplessness. Davy, who had just checked the kingdom's forces, felt a pang of sadness. Soldiers Admiral Army, Virgil Jones. He used to be a colonel of naval headquarters. He was later framed and imprisoned for a year. He was released after serving his sentence. He was demoted to captain and assigned to the East Blue Branch. He resigned in anger. I met my cheap king father more than 20 years ago and was recruited by the old king. 25 years later, he is 61 years old. He has been in the Admiral Army for 18 years and has a strong suit, Grandmaster Marine 6 styles. Its strength is very powerful, comparable to the strength of Marine Vice Admiral, and it has solved many difficult problems for the kingdom and made great achievements. Is the most powerful person in Christie Kingdom. There are as many as 40,000 soldiers in command, but now there are only 17,000 soldiers left. It is also a good thing that the Admiral Army rushed back from the overseas enemy battlefield, and rescued the only remaining royal bloodline of the Christie Kingdom from the CP organization, otherwise the kingdom would be cold. But how to break this situation now? With two enemy countries eyeing, plus the lackeys of celestial dragons, the CP organization is eyeing itself. It would be strange to say that you are not afraid. Davy is just an ordinary person who just crossed over. Suddenly, a female mechanical sense sounded in his mind. Ding, the great summoner system of the heavens has awakened, and Christie Davy has been bound as the only host. Ding, Congratulations on your binding to the All-Heaven Summoner system and giving away 1000 origin points. Ding, because you got origin points for the first time, the gift origin points doubled, and you got 2000 origin points. Also comes with a bronze summoning coupon. Quote, this system currently has 3 levels of summoning card pools for junior high school and high school. Using a certain amount of origin points can be used for summoning in different card pools, and people, things and items in the heavens and the world can be summoned and obtained. Currently the 3 card pool levels are Primary Bronze Summoning Pool, Intermediate Silver Summoning Pool, and Advanced Gold Summoning Pool. Please look forward to the subsequent level updates. Original point. It can be used to strengthen and transform summoned objects. It is very useful. Please host to develop it yourself. Quote. After this series of voices finished speaking, Davy's eyes also radiated joy and excitement. Great Summoner System. Summon any creatures and things in the heavens and the world. Susuk. Davy followed the operation of the system and silently called out a call. He was surprised to find that he had entered a cosmic starry sky. In front of his eyes, there are 3 planets of different colors. They are bronze, white, silver and gold-colored planets. And this is the 3 summoning pools. Looking at the scene in front of him, Davy was also deeply shocked. After calming down the excited and amazed mood, Davy secretly said that this is just the beginning, and it won't be a big deal once you get used to it. In the future, there are more advanced and stalwart ones waiting for him. Davy looked at the bronze-colored planet, and with a thought, the bronze planet moved around and came to him. Bronze Summoning Pool. Single summons 50 origin points, 10 summons 500 origin points. Introduction. This summoning card pool can summon up to the 3rd order creatures and items in the heavens and the world. Tier 3. It feels a little low. Davy scratched his head. If it is divided according to the magical world, the creatures of the 3rd order level may also be able to compete with rockets and missiles, right? In this pirate world, if it's just this level, it's not enough. Temporarily press the idea of resisting the summoning, and check the information of the 2 summoning pools of silver and gold in turn. Silver Summoning Pool. Single summon 100 origin points, 10 consecutive summons 1000 origin points. Introduction. This summoning card pool can summon up to the 5th order creatures and items in the heavens and the world. Open black lens bracket gold summoning pool, close black lens bracket. Single summons 1000 origin points, 10 consecutive summons 10,000 origin points. Introduction. This summoning pool can summon up to the 6th order creatures and items of the heavens and the world. Little Pig, make a bronze summon. After reading the introduction of the 3 summoning levels and the cost of origin points, Davy pondered for a while, and then planned to use the bronze summoning coupons to test the water first. System. Ding, you used a bronze summon ticket to summon a summon. Dominate the Great Voyage. Starting from summoning 10 Espada 2. As Davy's voice fell, the bronze planet turned around and came to him, under Davy's curious gaze. The side of the bronze planet suddenly became chaotic, and bursts of fluorescent light appeared. Davy seemed to be able to see from it that the heavens and the world were reflected in it, and the worlds flickered and skipped. Soon, a streamer flew out of it and suspended in front of Davy. And the chaotic bronze planet has also returned to its original state. Ding, congratulations, summon Golden Sand Eagle Pistol. The cyan streamer gradually dissipated, turning into a card with a bronze pattern printed in front of him. Open black lens bracket Golden Sand Eagle Pistol, close black lens bracket. Quality. Black iron. Features. Bullets recover slowly, and a headshot kills the target directly to recover 10 bullets. Introduction. This is a modified Golden Sand Eagle Pistol of black iron quality, which is lethal to targets below Tier 1. In other words, there is a black iron level under the bronze, but it is so low that the system is too lazy to show it. Forget it, the system, directly carry out the 10 consecutive silver summons. I also tested the water, and the next step is the silver 10 consecutive pumping mats. 1000 original source points reserved at the end, make another golden summon. Ding, you spend 1000 origin points to perform a 10 series silver summon. The silver planet squeezed out the bronze planet, and then bursts of fluorescence appeared, and it became chaotic again, reflecting the sky and the world. Immediately afterwards, 9 light clusters emerged, turning into 9 streamers and coming to Davy. The light dissipated, and 10 items appeared in front of him. Ding, you have made 10 silver summons and obtained the following items. Ding, congratulations on getting a Zone Black Bear Fruit. Ding, congratulations on getting a 50-handed Liankui knife. Ding, congratulations on getting a pack of Shang Piao Piao tissue paper. Ding, congratulations on getting Fulling Mustard X 10 packs. Ding, congratulations on getting Mamasigi Diwan's original tea inside. Ding, congratulations on getting the top observation hockey foreseeing the future. Ding, congratulations on getting 10 tons of gold. Ding, congratulations on getting the shadow core. Ding, congratulations on getting Bleach Shinigami Captain Reiatsu. Ding, congratulations on getting a Legion Enhancement Medal. Mamasigi Te Yuan's original tea inside. What the hell is this? He's an upright man, son of a bitch, give him this stuff. Yo, it's still transparent L silk. Cough cough. Although the previous summoning items are relatively common, they are also rare good things in this world. But when Davy saw the last 3 things, his eyes lit up instantly. Top observation hockey sees the future. The Ghost Core in Jackie Chan's Adventures. Captain Reiatsu in the Shinigami world. The ecstatic gesture appeared, and Davy couldn't help shouting excitedly. It's just that this emotional expression was quickly suppressed by him, and he didn't really do it like that. Where does this go? He is now the king, the lord of a country. Not only does his own strength need to stand at the top of the world, but the warriors and the people of his kingdom also need to improve. The ninjas of the Ghost and Shadow Corps summoned, with their shadow characteristics, can just set up an intelligence department to obtain all kinds of secret and invisible ciphertext information for him. Observation hockey foresees the future, and the captain level Reiatsu is something that strengthens himself, making him stronger in a short period of time. Davy is confident, just give him enough time. Everything in this world will be surrendered to his feet soon. Put the other summoning items into the system storage space. Davy's thoughts moved, and he foresees the future. The 2 light groups of Sensei and Captain Reiatsu instantly melted into his body and merged with him. Opening his eyes, a pair of eyes full of immature majesty swept away, and a terrifying Reiatsu eruption spewed out, sweeping the entire hall. When he glanced at the door of the main hall, he saw that some guards outside the door fell into heavy hammering from the soul level. At the same time, he also saw what he saw. If he releases Captain Reiatsu like this, 2 minutes later, the souls of the guards outside the door will be damaged. After a preliminary experience with the captain-level Reiatsu and the top-level observation hockey foreseeing the future, Davy is very satisfied with the effect of the 2. These 2 abilities were quickly withdrawn, and everything returned to normal. Click, click, bold, where is Xiao Xiao, who dares to break into the royal palace and attack the king? Damn, it must be another 2 enemy assassins and world government's lackey CP organization. Hurry up, the king is in the hall. Quote. Feeling the movement that just happened, a large number of the kingdom guards were alerted and rushed to the scene one after another, opened the gate of the palace, and all rushed in angrily. Just about to track down the assassins and arrest them all. However, they found that nothing was found in the hall, but their own king looked at them strangely. Your Majesty, what about this assassin? It's too late to save me from a humble job, please punish His Majesty the King. Quote. The guards were relieved when they saw that their king seemed to be doing nothing. The wise old king is dead, as the only new king of Christie Kingdom, if he also died. Then this kingdom will collapse completely, and I don't know how many people will die before being divided up. Therefore, they were also very nervous, for fear that the little king, who was helpless, would die suddenly. One by one, they immediately got down on one knee and confessed their guilt. It's okay, you all leave. Davy waved his hand and let the guards back off. The guards looked at each other in confusion, and left in confusion. What happened in the king's hall just now made them feel a heavy and terrifying pressure from a distance. Even though they were extremely hesitant in their hearts, they didn't dare to ask more questions, and left the palace after agreeing. Little pig, make a golden summon. Ding, you spent 1000 origin points, you made a golden summon, congratulations, you got the summon character Ulquiorra cipher. Dominate the Great Voyage. Starting from summoning 10 Espada 3. Wuxia cipher. What the hell? This. 4 Emperors level combat power. Hearing the beckoning sound of the system, Davy instantly fell into ecstasy. The first thought that popped into my mind was these 5 words. According to Xiao Wu's combat power in the Shinigami plot, it is undoubtedly comparable to the world's peak combat power, and may even surpass the explosive combat power. All in all, the Christie Kingdom at this moment is no longer afraid of threats from Marine and the world government. A kingdom with at least 4 Emperors level combat power is not so active. Normally, though, things would be a little different if Marine threatened to wipe out the entire kingdom with a buster call. But Davy isn't going to sit back and watch these things happen. 1 Wuxia is not enough, summon more. Let Xiao Wu out first. Looking at the golden light in front of him, under Davy's thoughts, a door Uzumaki slowly formed. Immediately afterwards, an indifferent young man in white slowly walked out of it and took a few steps forward. Wuxia looked at Davy on the throne, and immediately knelt down on one knee with one palm on his heart and said respectfully, Wuxia cipher, allegiance to you, your majesty the king. Davy smiled at the respectful Wuxia below the steps. With such a loyal and powerful subordinate, Davy is too excited at this time. I felt a burst of relief in my heart, and I wished to bring 5 elders over and try to see if Erdogan Xiaowu could directly blow them up. But it is impossible to think about it, the water in the pirate world is also very deep. As the 5 elders who rule the world, none of them are simple things. At least he is an admiral-level superpower. Otherwise, how can you rule the world and beat the naval headquarters? Not to mention the 5 old men with an IM who rules over them. No kneeling, Wuxia, get up. Suppressing the ecstasy in his heart, Davy said in a calm voice. Yes, your majesty. Wuxia stood up, then stood silently aside. Ghost Shadow Corps. With Davy's call, black shadows appeared from the shadows, and they all knelt down to Davy on the throne. Meet the Shadow King. Single quote. This is the honorific name given to Davy by the summoned Ghost Shadow Corps ninja soldiers, but this honorific makes Davy a little puzzled. But it was soon possible to guess why. Because he summoned the Ghost Corps ninja soldiers, and because he was the king, he naturally became the Ghost Corps ninja soldiers, the kings in the world that existed. Interesting. Davy seems to have discovered a problem with the summoning system. But at the moment this issue is not the most important, but another important factor after summoning the characters. Because he didn't pay attention just now, but now he has dug out the follow-up prompt of the summon just now. Ding. Congratulations on summoning the Ghost and Shadow Corps in Jackie Chan's Adventures, and congratulations on your ability to manipulate shadows. You will be the king of shadows. Quote. Ding. Congratulations on summoning the Shinigami character, Wuxia cipher. You have obtained 30% of the summoned character's strength feedback, as well as all of the opponent's abilities and skills. Quote. Comfortable. Take off immediately. Sure enough, the summoning system is not that simple. In some traditional online game settings, some of the strength feedback that the summoner obtains from the summoned objects is a basic operation. Davy waved his hand to dismiss the ninja soldiers of the Ghost Corps, letting them spread out and hide in all corners of the kingdom. Become his eyes, help him monitor the entire capital, and collect information on outsiders by the way. With the basic ability of the Ghost Corps to sneak into the shadows, a ninja soldier can monitor everything within a kilometer or 2. There are thousands of ninja soldiers in the entire Ghost Corps, but Davy only summoned more than 200. Summoning too many is a bit of a drain on energy, which Davy didn't do. He just summoned more than 200 people to spread out, and it is enough to monitor one king. Check out Wuxia's panel properties. Davy, who was curious about how powerful Wuxia was, directly clicked on his panel properties. Open black lens bracket Wuxia cipher close black lens bracket. Grade. Vasto Lord High. Races. Void, Urankar. Talent. Co-evolution. The current talent has been exhausted. Abilities. High-speed regeneration, steel skin, loud rotation, eyesight, illusory, Reiatsu perception, Sero, void shot. PS, normal status ability skill display. Weapon. Zanpakuto Black Winged Demon. Comprehensive evaluation. All strength erupts, and it can destroy a city within a certain period of time, comparable to the 6th order powerhouse of Wanji. Wanji level. Is Xiaowu comparable to a 6th order powerhouse in the heavens and the world? After reading the final comprehensive evaluation, Davy thought a little. Although I don't know what level the strength of the 6th order powerhouse in the 10,000 world level is. However, Xiao Wu's true level should still be at the 5th level. Destroy a city within a certain time, just the 5th order. Xiao Wu's full strength is so terrifying. What rank is Aizen, the apex of Hueco Mundo? Somewhat funny to put aside these suspicions. With his current strength, there is no need to consider these for the time being. When he summons the peak Aizen one day, won't we be able to know? The most important thing now is to get the origin point, summon a lot, and improve your strength. Found a suspicious person. Suddenly, Davy, who was about to check the properties of his panel, was taken aback. Because the soldiers of the Ghost Shadow Corps, who had just spread out not long ago, actually reported to him that they had found suspicious persons. Interesting. Is it the personnel of the CP4 organization, or the assassins of 2 enemy countries? Follow them. Replying to the report of the ninja soldiers, Davy thought for a moment and said, Ulquiorra, you should go too, and deal with them. Chapter 4 The difficulty of the Ghost Shadow Corps. Xiao Wu kills CP4 in seconds. Yes, with the level of combat effectiveness in this world, Davy knew very well that the combat effectiveness of his Ghost Corps would definitely not be able to compete with the opponents of the CP organization established by the world government. After all, in the world of adventures, Cheng Long is just an adventurer who knows martial arts, and he can solve the Ghost Army. So to be on the safe side, Davy decided to send Ulquiorra too. With Ulquiorra here, even if a strong enemy of Admiral's strength comes, he will not be able to please him at all, and he can leave safely. And on the other side, in a 3-story Western-style building, 6 men in black suits and a woman in a vest are around a round table, discussing matters in the Kingdom of Christie. What they were discussing was nothing but Davy himself, who had just ascended to the throne. Hanao, I don't understand, why don't you just kill that king kid? How to kill? If it wasn't for your greed, how could you miss the best opportunity to assassinate? Now that the Admiral Army has returned from the front line, saved the king kid, and decided to temporarily guard him by his side, we have lost the chance of assassination. The man who retorted had a gloomy expression, and glanced angrily at the 4 men in suits, as well as the woman who was still a little pretty. Humph, that stinky boy really took a small life. Damn, if it exceeds the time specified by St. Charles Rose, all of us have to die. As the combatants guarding the celestial dragons, they know how miserable they will be if the celestial dragons are not happy. When it comes to celestial dragons, Charles Rose, all the 7 people present fell into fear. Originally, there were 12 people in CP4. After the battle with the Kingdom of Christie, although the strength of the royal guards was not high, after sacrificing more than a dozen guards, they also killed 2 CP4 fighters equivalent to major naval headquarters. Later, when Davy was assassinated, he was intercepted by the Admiral Army, Foggle Jones, who was driven back from the 3 Kingdoms battlefield. Facing the powerful Virgil of Vice Admiral, the CP4s surrounded themselves with confidence and launched a group attack. As a result, they underestimated Foggle's strength. After 3 people were directly slaughtered, the rest were injured and evacuated. That's why they don't dare to assassinate Davy again now. So, a plan to assassinate Davy again is now under discussion. It's just that before they could finish their discussion, the Ghost Corps hidden in the dark suddenly got Davy's order again. More than a dozen ninja soldiers of the Ghost Shadow Corps suddenly emerged from the shadows in the room, and they all shot and threw darts all over the sky. There are enemies. Damn, we were found. Is this a ninja? How can it be repaired? How did Wanokuni's ninja appear here? Iron body. PFF'd. What? Quote. The sudden attack of the Ghost Corps terrified several CP4 people, but they, who were good at assassination and spying on intelligence, quickly reacted and used their own means to evade and defend against this sudden attack. However, there is still a weaker strength, plus the unfortunate person who was injured and in poor condition before was directly stabbed to death by the dart. Finger pistol Faba. CP4 boss Moliza roared angrily, flicked his arm, and his 2 fingers gathered together, and a cyclone shot straight out, hitting a ghost ninja, shattering it and turning it into repeated black shadows to dissipate. Tempest kick. Death to Lousy. Wayland's slashing wave burst out, instantly killing 5 or 6 ghost ninjas, and at the same time smashing the wall, and the violent roaring sound revealed their position. Residents on the streets fled one after another, for fear of being affected. Is this the fruit ability? After several people exerted their strength to eliminate the first wave of ghost ninjas, Moliza looked around with a solemn and vigilant expression. He thought it was a special power trained by this kingdom, but he didn't expect it to be created by fruit ability. There's something wrong with the situation, I have a bad feeling, boss. A thin, yellow-haired man who was on alert suddenly swallowed. A few seconds after he finished speaking, a shadow like black water suddenly appeared in the already empty street. Immediately afterwards, rows of ghostly core ninjas appeared. CP4 felt a burst of horror, and cold sweat gradually oozes out of his back. Because at this time they have been surrounded by more than 300 ghost ninjas. After a very short battle, they estimated that each black-clothed ninja was equivalent to a marine soldier with dozens to hundreds of strengths. The strongest captain among them, Moliza, has only a few hundred Dao strength. But they are now surrounded by a large group of ghost ninjas, roughly 300 people. How to fight this fuck? Tired to death. What is going on in this kingdom? Such a ninja army suddenly appeared. No, it should be said that it is a ninja army created by capable people. Don't keep your strength, leave as soon as possible, and it will be troublesome when the old man comes. Moliza snorted with an ugly expression, then roared and transformed into a werewolf standing 3 or 4 meters tall. The swift body in the werewolf state plus the shaved marine 6 styles. The speed is doubled, and the extremely fast attack speed instantly kills more than a dozen ghost ninjas. The other CP4 members also showed their full strength, those with Python abilities and those with Hound abilities. In less than a minute, dozens of ghost ninjas have been eliminated. Ha ha ha, I thought how scary it is, but it turns out that it's only this level. The vice captain, Kanan, is a Python power user. He thought that ninjas with dozens or hundreds of power points should be scary. The result is this. The rest of the people also nodded secretly when they heard this, quite agreeing. But what they didn't know was that these ghost ninjas belonged to a legion, and they were all immortal. Just too lazy to fight them with ingenious skills. And their marine 6 styles shaved and iron body, really make ninja a little helpless. However, the purpose of delaying time has been achieved. Suddenly, the CP4s were surprised to find that the ghost ninjas who surrounded them all quickly evacuated. Ha ha ha, ninjas are just like that, afraid. Zilong laughed wildly, sticking out his tongue and swinging the body of the python. Before he could finish speaking, a majestic and terrifying coercion suddenly descended. The clouds and mists in the sky swept up, the chaos poured over, a drizzle of ink rain fell, and drops of ink rain fell on them. They felt that their bodies and souls had been hit hard, and this coercion that made their souls terrified came from nowhere. But they knew that a terrifying powerhouse was coming. As if to confirm their guesses, the deep spiritual pressure made them kneel on the ground. Moliza gritted his teeth and struggled to raise his head, only to see a young man in white clothes with pale skin, a green tear stain under his eyes, and a half-strange white horny mask on one side of his head. Kabuto, with both hands in his hands, with a dagger at his waist, walked slowly towards them. Is that you, the enemy of His Majesty's mouth? Wulkior's indifferent question made the CP4 group dumbfounded. This terrifying young man in front of him is actually a person from this kingdom. This kind of terrifying powerhouse that caused the weather to change, is he still loyal to others? Outrageous. Moliza is completely stupid, this kingdom is poisonous, right? And why didn't such a strong man show up in the first place? It's not that he hasn't fought Rear Admiral from Naval Headquarters, who is also a Hawk Rear Admiral, and he can still play a few tricks with him. But this kind of momentum that directly crushed him without hands, Moliza knew that he and others might not be cold today. He clearly realized that this kingdom has more than 2 Vice Admiral level combat power. Is Reiatsu too strong to bear? Forget it, His Majesty's order is to destroy the enemy. Glancing at the CP4 crowd indifferently, Wulkiora turned and left. When CP4 saw Wulkiora turn and leave, they thought there was a turning point, but they heard this sentence again. Before they could ask for mercy, an even more terrifying Reiatsu descended, directly crushing their souls, losing consciousness, and several Reiatsu turned sharp swords pierced their heads. CP4, all die. Solved CP4 easily. Wulkiora had a cold face from beginning to end, and completed the task. Davy, who was in the palace, also received a prompt from the system. Ding, your subordinates killed 7 CP4 people, and you got 42 origin points. Ding, congratulations on completing the hidden mission crushing the minions of celestial dragons. Your subordinates eliminated all remaining members of CP4. You got 200 origin points. Because you completed the hidden mission, you got the follow-up mission. Mission 1 Open black lens bracket Conqueror of Tyrants close black lens bracket. Although the minions of celestial dragons are destroyed, the armies of 2 enemy countries are still invading your kingdom, and the assassins are still active. Destroy the armies of the 2 kingdoms, conquer the Morista kingdom and the Millid kingdom, behead the 2 kingdoms, take the territorial wealth of the kingdom, and take the queen and princess as her own. Mission reward. 1000 origin points, gold summoning ticket 1, national happiness plus 100. Quote. Mission 2, The King's Revenge. Revenge on the one who caused this series of disasters, St. Charles, and behead him to the public. Quest reward. 5000 origin points, silver 10 consecutive summon coupons *1, the heart of the king. Quote. Is this quest reward a bit of a crotch? Davy watched the second mission with some headache, even though he wanted to kill that shit celestial dragons too. But the task reward seems to be a little less interesting. Killing Street. Charles Roth now will certainly attract Marine Admiral's attack, even because he is a kingdom. Naval headquarters will even launch a buster call led by Admiral. Damn it, isn't that just an Admiral and buster call? Just kill it. After completing the task, collect the reward and summon a few powerful characters. When I think about whether I am the lord of a country now, or a coercion with the summoning system of the heavens. Davy's eyes flashed fiercely, and he made up his mind. Slaughter. Street. Charles Rose must be slaughtered. But what is national happiness? When in doubt, Davy asks the system directly. Go back to the master. The national happiness is the loyalty of the residents of your country to the country. The higher the loyalty, the more your citizens will have a higher sense of belonging to you and the country, serve you wholeheartedly, and never betray. In addition, when your national strength reaches a certain value, it will also have special effects. Quote. After listening to the system's explanation, Davy suddenly understood. In other words, this is a summoning plus half king development system. Because of his status as the lord of the country, has it affected some of the functions of the system? Interesting. Davy's eyes flashed a different kind of look. Check the current national strength and national happiness. Davy said immediately. When it comes to national strength and happiness, Davy is also a little curious. Open black lens bracket Kingdom of Christie close black lens bracket. King. Christie Davy. National strength. 866 up pointing arrow. National happiness. 86 down pointing arrow. Kingdom territory. 6,051 square kilometers. Nationals. 662,000. Comprehensive evaluation. A kingdom that is in jeopardy, but has a turning point. Is happiness declining? Davy frowned at the downward mark behind national happiness. It seems that the recent war and the calamity of the celestial dragons have caused anxiety and panic among the people, resulting in a decrease in happiness. Sure enough, these 2 countries and celestial dragons must be killed, otherwise, what will happen to the king? On the contrary, the national strength value is slowly rising, because the force has increased. But the comprehensive manifestation of a national strength value is not just force. There are also land area, total land resources, total population and quality, economy, technology, etc. So what we need to do now is to improve the combat effectiveness of the Legion first. Ulquiorra already has high-end combat power, but the combat power of army legions is generally too low.